The anonymous letter arrived on their 1-month anniversary. Ask your husband why Yoon-Seo's grave is empty. She went to the cemetery that night. The coffin was gone. Welcome to K-Afro Stories Besties. Please like, share, and subscribe. 1 month after their real wedding, Mirabel wakes up to find her husband already gone. The bed beside her is cold, empty. She reaches for her phone. 6:47 a.m. Min-ho usually doesn't leave this early without telling her. She gets up, wraps herself in a robe, and walks through the penthouse. Everything is silent except for the soft sounds coming from Hope's nursery. Mrs. Choi, their live-in nanny, is there already, changing the baby. Good morning, Mrs. Kang. The elderly woman smiles warmly. Mirabel still isn't used to being called that, even though she took Minho's name after their real wedding. Have you seen Min-ho? He left early. Business meeting. Mrs. Choi lifts Hope, now clean and dressed. He said he'd be back by lunch. Should I take her for her morning walk? Please. Mirabel kisses Hope's forehead. The baby gurgles happily. Mrs. Choi takes Hope and disappears toward the service elevator that leads to the building's private gardens. Mirabel returns to the bedroom. That's when she sees it. An envelope on Minho's desk. Plain white. Her name written in neat handwriting across the front. She picks it up. Turns it over. No return address. No stamp. Someone hand-delivered this. Her heart beats faster as she opens it. Inside is a single piece of paper. No greeting. No signature. Just one sentence in black ink. Ask your husband why Yoon-Seo's grave is empty. Mirabel reads it 3 times. Her hands start shaking. Why Yoon-Seo's grave is empty. Not was. Is. Present tense. Like someone checked recently. She pulls out her phone. Calls Min-ho. It goes straight to voicemail. She tries again. Same result. The rational part of her brain says to wait. To ask him when he gets home. To trust him like they promised. The other part. The part that spent 6 months surviving on her own. The part that learned to trust her instincts. Tells her this can't wait. She gets dressed quickly. Jeans, black sweater, comfortable shoes. Grabs her bag and the letter. She knows where Yoon-Seo is buried. Min-ho took her there once, 3 weeks ago. Showed her the grave. Told her he wanted no more secrets between them. The cemetery is on the outskirts of Seoul. Private. Expensive. Reserved for Korea's elite families. Mirabel takes a taxi. The driver gives her a curious look when she gives him the address, but doesn't ask questions. The ride takes 40 minutes. By the time she arrives, the sun is fully up. The cemetery is beautiful in a somber way. Manicured gardens, stone pathways, elaborate monuments. Mirabel pays the driver and walks through the gates. She remembers the way. Past the fountain, left at the cherry blossom tree. 3rd row, the Park family plot. She sees it from a distance. The white marble, headstone, Yoon-Seo's name carved in Korean and English. But something is wrong. As she gets closer, her steps slow. The ground in front of the headstone is disturbed. Fresh dirt. Like someone dug recently. Her breath catches. No. She reaches the grave, kneels down, touches the dirt. It's loose, soft, recently moved. There are shovel marks. Someone excavated this grave. Recently. Her phone rings. Min-ho. She answers with shaking hands. Where are you? His voice is tight, controlled, but underneath she hears panic. The cemetery. There's a long silence. Then he says, very quietly, very dangerously, stay exactly where you are. Don't move. Don't talk to anyone. I'm coming. He hangs up. Mirabel stands, looks around. The cemetery is mostly empty. An old man tending flowers several rows away. A woman in black at a grave near the entrance. No one paying attention to her. She looks back at Yoon-Seo's headstone. Underneath the name and dates, there's an inscription in Korean. She can't read it. Never learned. But Minho translated it for her once. Forever loved. Never forgotten. Her phone buzzes. A text from an unknown number. Look behind the headstone. Mirabel's heart slams against her ribs. She should wait for Minho. Should do what he said. But whoever sent that letter knows she's here. Is watching her. She walks around the headstone. Behind it, hidden from the main path, something is carved into the back of the marble. Fresh. Recent. The stone dust is still white, not yet weathered. 4 words in English. She didn't die here. Mirabel stumbles backward. Her phone rings again. Different number. She answers. Don't say anything. Just listen. The voice is female. Distorted. Like it's being run through a filter. Yoon-Seo didn't die in that car crash. The crash happened. She was injured. But she survived. For 3 months, she survived. And then someone killed her. Someone close to your husband. Mirabel's throat is dry. Who is this? Someone who knows the truth. Someone who's been watching the Kang family for 26 years. Someone who can prove everything. Why are you telling me this? Because you look exactly like her. Because you married him. Because you have a right to know what you walked into. Her voice hardens. And because the person who killed Yoon-Seo is still alive, still close to Minho. Still dangerous. The line goes dead. Mirabel stares at her phone. Her hands are shaking so badly she almost drops it. A car screeches into the cemetery parking lot. Black. Expensive. Minho's. He's out of the car before it fully stops. Strides toward her with barely controlled fury. His security team fans out behind him. When he reaches her, he grabs her shoulders. Not rough, just desperate. Are you hurt? Did anyone approach you? No. I got a letter this morning and... The letter. His eyes flash. Show me. She hands it to him. He reads it. His expression goes cold. Lethal. Who else has seen this? Just me and whoever sent it. He crumples the paper in his fist, looks at the disturbed grave, at the fresh carving on the back of the headstone. His jaw clenches so tight she can see the muscle jump. We're leaving. Now. What about now, Mirabel? He pulls her toward the car. His security closes around them. She looks back at the headstone, at the message carved into the stone. She didn't die here. Minho sees where she's looking. His hand tightens on hers. In the car. Please. His voice cracks. Just a fraction. Just enough for her to hear the fear underneath the command. She gets in. He slides in beside her, slams the door. The driver pulls out immediately. Minho doesn't speak. Just stares out the window, his hand still gripping hers. After 5 minutes of silence, Mirabel can't take it anymore. Is it true? He doesn't look at her. Is what true? Did Yoon-Seo survive the crash? His hand tightens on hers, almost painful. Where did you hear that? Someone called me. At the cemetery. Told me. She lived for 3 months after the crash. That someone close to you killed her. Now he looks at her. His eyes are devastated. Yes. The word is barely a whisper. She survived the crash. Mirabel's breath catches. I found out 3 weeks after the funeral. Found out I buried an empty coffin. Found out she'd been alive, in hiding, and I never knew. Why didn't you tell me? Because the person who killed her is still out there. His voice is rough, raw, still looking for answers, still dangerous. And the moment you started asking questions about Yoon-Seo, you became a target. Just like I said. So you lied. Again. I protected you. That's not the same thing. His phone rings. He answers in Korean. Listens. His expression darkens with every word. When he hangs up, he looks at her. Someone accessed the cemetery's security footage, erased the last 72 hours. Whoever dug up that grave made sure there's no evidence, and whoever called you at the cemetery knew exactly when. You'd be there. His eyes meet hers. Someone is watching us. Right now. Someone who wants you to know the truth about Yoon-Seo. The question is why. Mirabel thinks about the voice on the phone. Female. Distorted. Someone who's been watching the Kang family for 26 years. What happened to Yoon-Seo after the crash? Where was she? Minho's expression closes off. I can't tell you that. Can't or won't. Both. He turns to look out the window again. For your safety and mine. Some secrets stay buried for a reason, even if the grave is empty. The car pulls into their building's underground garage. Security is everywhere, more than usual. Minho's team escorts them to the private elevator. In the penthouse, Mrs. Choi is waiting with hope. The elderly woman takes one look at Minho's face and quietly excuses herself to the nursery. Minho paces the living room, runs his hand through his hair. The perfect control is cracking. Mirabel watches him. This man she married. This man she loves. This man who keeps lying to protect her. I need to know the truth, she says quietly. All of it. Not pieces, not half-truths. Everything. He stops pacing, looks at her. You think you want the truth? You don't. Yes, I do. The truth will destroy everything we've built. Then we'll build something new. She crosses to him, takes his hands. But I can't keep living like this. Can't keep wondering what's real and what's a lie. Can't keep being protected from information that affects my life. Minho's eyes search hers. If I tell you everything, there's no going back. You'll know things that make you a target. Things that make you dangerous to people who've killed before and will kill again. I'm already a target. You said so yourself. His hands tighten on hers. Not like this. Right now, you're just someone who looks like Yoon-Seo. Someone who married me. But if you know what really happened, if you know where she was those 3 months, if you know who killed her and why, he leans closer. You become the single biggest threat to one of the most powerful families in Seoul. Which family? He hesitates, then says, very quietly, mine. Mirabel's breath catches. Your family killed her? Not my father. Minho's voice is hard, cold. But someone in the Kang organization, someone who saw our marriage as a threat. Someone who's still alive, still in power, still untouchable. Who? I don't know. His hands drop from hers. That's the truth. I've spent 26 years searching, investigating, questioning. I've narrowed it down to 3 people, but I can't prove anything. And the moment I accuse the wrong person, they'll know I'm close. They'll disappear. Or worse. He turns away from her. They'll come after you. Mirabel's mind races. 3 people. In Minho's organization. Close enough to have access. Powerful enough to cover it up for 26 years. Her phone buzzes. Another text from the unknown number. A photo this time. Mirabel opens it. Her blood runs cold. It's a picture of a hospital room, dated 3 months after Yoon-Seo's crash. In the bed, a woman. Bandaged. Broken. But alive. And standing beside the bed, his hand on her shoulder, is a younger Minho. Minho sees her face, takes the phone, stares at the photo. Where did you get this? Someone sent it. Just now. He enlarges the image, studies it. His expression shifts through several emotions. Shock, grief, rage. This was taken at a private facility. Outside Seoul. Only 5 people knew she was there. Me, my head of security, the doctor, the nurse, and 1 other person. Who? My uncle. My father's younger brother. He helped me hide her. Helped me keep her safe while she recovered. His voice drops. Or so I thought. Mirabel watches him. You think he killed her? I think he's one of the 3. But I can't prove it. He's too careful. Too connected. And he's been like a father to me since my own died. The phone rings again. Same. Unknown number. Min-ho answers this time, puts it on speaker. His voice is deadly calm. Who is this? You don't recognize my voice? The woman's distortion filter is gone now. The voice is clear, familiar. Min-ho's face goes white. It's impossible. Is it? The woman laughs. Bitter. Sharp. You buried me 26 years ago, Min-ho. Had a funeral. Gave a eulogy. Cried at my empty grave. Did you ever wonder if I was really dead? Mirabel stares at the phone, at Min-ho's expression, at the truth crashing down around them. No, Min-ho's voice is barely a whisper. You died. I saw the body. You saw a body. The woman's voice hardens. But it wasn't mine. You saw what they wanted you to see. A corpse. Burned beyond recognition. DNA results that were faked. A closed casket funeral that you never questioned because you were too busy grieving. Mirabel's hand moves to her mouth. Oh my God. Who is this? She already knows. Deep down. She knows. Hello, Mirabel. The woman's voice softens, just slightly. I've been watching you for months. Watching you live the life I was supposed to have. Watching you marry the man I loved. Watching you raise a child in the home that should have been mine. Mirabel looks at Min-ho. His face is devastated, shattered. This isn't possible, he says. You're dead. I'm very much alive, and I'm coming home. The line goes dead. Mirabel and Min-ho stand in silence, the weight of the revelation crushing them. Finally, Mirabel finds her voice. Yoon-Seo is alive. Min-ho doesn't respond, just stares at the phone like it might explode. How? Mirabel presses. How is this possible? If she survived, if she's been alive all this time, why didn't she come back? Why let you think she was dead? I don't know. His voice is hollow, empty. None of this makes sense. Unless what? Unless she couldn't come back. His mind is working now, racing through possibilities. If someone in my family wanted her dead, if they faked her death, to protect themselves, they would have made sure she stayed gone, stayed hidden, stayed silent. So why come back now? Why reveal herself after 26 years? Min-ho looks at her. Because of you. Me? You look exactly like her. You married me. You had my child. His eyes widen. You became everything she lost. And now she wants it back. A sound from the nursery. Hope crying. Mrs. Choi's soft voice soothing her. Mirabel's protective instincts flare. She can't have hope. Min-ho's hand finds hers. She won't. I won't let her. But we need to figure out what's happening. Why now? Why this way? His phone rings again. Different number. He answers. Listens. His expression darkens. We're on our way. What is it? My uncle wants to see us. Now. He says it's urgent. Says it's about Yoon-Seo. This is a trap, Mirabel says immediately. He knows she's alive. He's probably known all along. Probably. But if we don't go, he'll know we know. And right now, information is our only advantage. He calls to Mrs. Choi. We're going out. Keep hope inside. Don't open the door for anyone, not even family. Mrs. Choi appears, hope in her arms. The elderly woman's expression is grave. She understands. I'll protect her with my life. 20 minutes later, they pull up to a traditional Korean estate in the hills outside Seoul. Min-ho's uncle, Kang Dae-jung, owns this property. It's beautiful, serene, and completely isolated. Perfect for secrets. Dae-jung meets them at the door. He's in his 60s. Distinguished. Warm smile. Kind eyes. Everything about him screams trustworthy. Mirabel doesn't trust him at all. Min-ho. He embraces his nephew and Mirabel. So good to see you both. Please, come in. They follow him inside. The house is traditional, elegant. Tea is already prepared in the sitting room. Daejung pours with steady hands. I heard about the cemetery, about the grave. His eyes meet Minho's. I thought you should know the truth. You knew. Minho's voice is flat, accusatory. You knew she was alive. Yes. Daejung sets down the teapot. I've known for 26 years. Mirabel's hand clenches into a fist under the table. Why didn't you tell him? Because keeping her death a secret kept her alive. Daejung's expression is grave. The people who wanted her dead, they're powerful, ruthless. If they knew she survived, they would have finished the job. So I helped her disappear, helped her build a new life, helped her stay hidden. Minho stands, knocking over his tea. You let me grieve for 26 years. Let me bury an empty coffin. Let me blame myself for her death. All while you knew she was alive. I did what I had to do to protect her. And to protect you. Daejung stands too. If you'd known she was alive, you would have gone to her. And they would have killed you both. Who? Mirabel demands. Who wanted her dead? Daejung looks at her. Really looks at her. Studies her face. You really do look exactly like her. It's uncanny. Answer the question. Your father-in-law. Daejung says it simply, calmly. Minho's father. He wanted Yoon-Seo dead because their marriage would have united two families and made Minho too powerful. Would have made him untouchable. And his father couldn't have that. Because he was planning to hand control to someone else. Who? Me. Daejung's smile is sad. He wanted me to take over the organization, wanted Minho to be a figurehead. A face for the public while I ran everything behind the scenes. But if Minho married Yoon-Seo, if he had the Park family's support, I'd have no leverage, no power, no future. So you killed her? No. Daejung's voice hardens. Your father did. Tried to, anyway. I found out about the plan. Warned Yoon-Seo. Told her to run. But she wouldn't leave Minho. Wouldn't abandon him. So I staged her death. Made it look real. Convinced your father she was gone. And then I hid her. Kept her safe. For 26 years. Why come forward now? Because she's dying. The words hit like a bomb. Daejung's eyes fill with tears. She has 6 months. Maybe less. Cancer. Aggressive. Untreatable. And she wants to see you, Minho. Wants to explain. Wants to say goodbye. Before it's too late. Minho's face is unreadable. Where is she? Here. Daejung gestures to a door at the back of the room. She's been here for 3 days. Waiting. Hoping you'd come. Mirabel stands. This is insane. You expect us to believe that she's been alive for 26 years and just happens to be dying now? Just happens to want to see him right when I find that letter? Right when the grave is dug up? Daejung looks at her with something like pity. The letter was from me. The grave was my doing. I needed you to know the truth. Needed you to bring Minho here. Because Yoon-Seo is too weak to come to you. And time is running out. The door at the back of the room opens. A woman steps through. Thin. Pale. A scarf wrapped around her head where hair should be. But the face. The face is Mirabel's. Same eyes. Same bone structure. Same birthmark visible on her shoulder where her loose shirt has slipped. Yoon-Seo looks at Minho. Her eyes fill with tears. Hello, my love. It's been a long time. Minho doesn't move, doesn't breathe. Just stares at the ghost of the woman he loved. Yoon-Seo's gaze shifts to Mirabel. Softens. And you must be the woman who saved him. The woman who gave him a second chance at happiness. She smiles. Sad. Genuine. Thank you for loving him when I couldn't. Mirabel's world tilts. This is real. This woman is real. Yoon-Seo is alive. Minho finds his voice. Why? Why let me think you were dead? Why stay away? Why not come back? Because if I came back, his father would have killed us both. Yoon-Seo's voice is weak but steady. And I couldn't let that happen. Couldn't let you die for me. So I disappeared. Started over. Lived a different life. A smaller life. A life without you. Her voice breaks. And it was the hardest thing I've ever done. But it kept you alive. And that was enough. Min-ho crosses to her. Slowly, like she might disappear if he moves too fast. Touches her face. She's real. Solid. Warm. You're really here. I'm really here. Tears stream down her face. And I'm so sorry. Sorry for leaving. Sorry for the pain. Sorry for everything. He pulls her into his arms, holds her like she's made of glass. Mirabel watches, her heart breaking. Because she sees it. The love. Still there. Still alive. After 26 years. Still burning. Yoon-Seo pulls back. Looks at Mirabel. I'm not here to take him from you. I need you to know that. I'm here to say goodbye. To make peace. To tell him the truth before I die. She reaches out her hand. Will you stay? Please? I think you need to hear this too. Mirabel looks at Min-ho. At the devastation and hope and confusion on his face. She should leave. Should walk away. Should let them have this moment. But something keeps her rooted. Maybe it's the mystery. Maybe it's the need to understand. Maybe it's the fact that this woman has her face, and she needs to know why. She takes Yoon-Seo's hand. I'll stay. Yoon-Seo smiles, squeezes her hand. Then let me tell you a story. A story about two women, two lives, and one impossible truth that connects you both. She sits down, weak, trembling. Min-ho helps her, sits beside her. Mirabel sits across from them, and Yoon-Seo begins. 26 years ago, I was pregnant with Min-ho's child, a daughter. We were going to name her Hope. Beautiful souls, we've reached the end of this incredible journey. If this story has you on the edge of your seat, hit that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts about what just happened. Subscribe to the channel because we have so many more emotional, dramatic romance stories coming your way. Share this with someone who loves intense K-drama mystery and romance. Thank you for spending this time with me. Until next time, keep believing that truth always finds its way to light.